This is crazy. So what is going? Everybody. Let me stop. Anyway, what's going there? We back at it again, bro, with some more Beyond Dragon Ball Super Return of Falling Gods. You feel me? Ultimate Beast Gohan is born. You feel me? Oof. 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 Now Beerus, and he dog walking Beerus. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Beerus put them hands up and keep them up. Then we got the big three going against Grizzlor. Grizzlor built different. You know, built different, bro. They got to go on their training arc, bro. I don't know when they gonna do it, bro, but they need to do it, bro. But these God Destructions, man, they and we still got one more little disrespectful God Destruction, bro. The damn Sasquatch. But anywho, if you're able to like, man, comment down below and subscribe. Go to 3K, so you're not subscribed. Subscribe, hit the bell. Type on Patreon, Twitch, and the game channel. Link in the description down below. Subscribe to Alex. Get built 2 million subscribers. You feel me? But anyway, without further ado, let's dive on in. You feel me? Let's not dive on in. Not yet, anyway. I always forget that. I'll be watching my little TV shows and shit like that, bro. I always forget that. Dun, dun.
As our story now continues, following the initial events of Universe 17's God of
Destruction, fight for their life.
Who are now shown locked in a heated battle against Goku and Vegeta, as with Broly now briefly immobilized, with Angel Jinrei having to oversee the battle in front of him. Jinrei then went on to respond. And I must admit that watching Lord Grizzlor engage against these two in a 2-on-1 battle like this wasn't something that I was ever expecting for him to undergo, and especially not today, since his original plan was to go into hibernation in getting enough rest before having to go and pay Lord Beerus a visit in Universe 7, but well, even now, Lord Grizzlor's sheer size and muscle
I almost say it, bro.
To hold a significant advantage in this battle.
Next time to see Beerus,
as despite Goku and Vegeta's
I'm gonna regret it.
Coordination and resilience out there against him, and I'm afraid that their attacks simply aren't having the kind of impact that they were hoping to have. And as judging based on how this is currently
big
going,
nigga, bro.
This is looking, Jinrei continues, and it'll only be a matter of time before Lord Grizzlor crushes them both and moves on with his plans, as I do still expect for him to travel into Universe 7 and meeting with Lord Beerus, but, well, I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't curious on how this battle that they are currently waging is going to go, because even with the Saiyans knowing that Lord Grizzlor is far stronger than either of them can muster within the moment, when considering on who those two have been trained by, and when considering on how they are likely one of the very few mortals to ever wield such power, I'm curious to see if they will be able to go and find a way to overtake Grizzlor in battle, or if they're simply running on their instincts out there against him in hopes of allowing for their ultra powers to be what is strong enough in having to take Grizzlor down for good.
They low-key on instinct.
When then venturing back on over onto the battlefield and seeing as to how Goku and Vegeta were engaging against Grizzlor was when
Grizzlor know what's up. He got them hands up, you feel me?
This is just way too easy, but far more entertaining than I thought that this would be. But don't tell me that this is seriously the best that the two of you can do now, is it, Grizzlor questions? What a disgrace, for your ultra forms are just pitiful attempts at true divinity, and as I can now begin to understand on why
they gotta go hit the lab, bro. They ain't hit the lab yet, man.
It's currently in, especially with a destroyer who can't even maintain his own focus anymore. On top of it, Grizzlor
talking. That nigga, you see that nigga again, you gonna be his first victim. But they ain't hit the lab yet, man. Vegeta just got Ultra Ego. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even train that shit. You feel me? Goku need to train more. You feel me? Like, they didn't hit the lab.
Continues, but just in case you don't want to go ahead and take my word for it, Grizzlor
grab my nigga by his scruff, man.
Along with Goku's arm by then quickly responding, then why don't I just go and show you both by using you as examples to further prove my points that no matter what level of power you Saiyans manage to go and achieve, even if it just so happens to be under the watchful eye of your universe's God of Destruction or not, and that is you will never come close in amounting to the sheer levels of power that we gods who sit at that the highest of valleys have amounted to. And so if it wasn't painfully clear to you little puny mortals before, well, maybe now it is. Grizzlor went on to then slam Vegeta and Goku together. And to think that you fools actually believed that you stood any sort of remote chance in getting the better of someone who was far more powerful than you in this battle was just utterly laughable. But if you're still not convinced that you are both utterly doomed, Grizzlor continues, and if you can still see that no matter what it is that you both try and do, that none of it will be strong enough to hurt me,
Ragdolling my niggas, bro.
to go and take it from me, because if you don't,
I get some toys, bro.
God of destruction Beerus for yourselves, and he'll go and tell you. As Beerus knew better than to go and try to pick a fight with me when I was hungry, Grizzlor went on to then slam Goku down on the ground by continuing. But just look how soft
Size 22 fucking feet, man. God damn.
Reflect his laziness within the two of you mortals. To which seconds later, within that very moment, as Vegeta's body was then shown hurtling across the battlefield as Grizzlor
like a goddamn rock.
Goku, when Goku then went on to quickly respond. Oh, you can't just assume that we're your enemies here just because we happen to come from Lord Beerus's universe.
No, bro, don't use logic.
Huge mistake by doing this, and so just try to understand that we aren't here just to simply cause trouble, Lord Grizzlor. And so you just have to try to
don't use logic, bro. People don't care about logic these days.
With Grizzlor responding, and why exactly should I go and believe anything that you are saying, you little worm? As you were the fools who went and stuck your
Man, call nigga a Pokemon, man.
When all you needed to go and do was simply let it go. But since you mortals just simply couldn't let your meals be handed over to me, Grizzlor proceeds to stomp on down. I already found that I was going to make all three of you pay, and that is exactly what I'm going to go and do. And because your fate has already been sealed, I'm going to
cave my nigga chest in.
Vegeta having to blast Grizzlor from the side was when Vegeta then went on to quickly shout, "Enough of these games, you tiresome overgrown maniac!"
Call him a Pokemon or a teddy bear. Disrespect that nigga.
Why, you cocky little arrogance pest. What are you doing, you fool? Hurry and launch a counterattack while I have him within my sights before he tries to turn this entire thing around on us. And so now hurry it up and figure something out right now, Kakarot. As Goku then went on to quickly respond.
Solar Flare!
So I sure do hope that this works on him, but here goes nothing, Goku shouts. Solar Flare! What was that just now? Grizzlor went on to then step back by then quickly responding. A blinding attack? I can't see. Yes, he's blinded, Kakarot, and so now hurry, Vegeta shouts. The Solar Flare had worked on him, but we may not have long. As Goku then went on to leap on up by then.
I don't know what they're gonna do anyway, bro. He eating all y'all attacks, bro.
Let's just hurry and try to catch him off guard while he isn't able to see. As Grizzlor then went on to respond. Oh, no you don't, cause now you Saiyans have done it. For you two are really starting to grow a little too comfortable in assuming that you already have it all figured out. Grizzlor went on to then grab onto Vegeta and Goku's skull. As the two of you may go and assume that you have me all figured out as much as you would like, when in actuality,
both of these scruffs, bro.
Getting started,
Palming them niggas.
And while you think that you may in fact have a fighting chance,
Grizzlor, use headbutt.
I'm here to tell you both face to face, nose to nose, and eye to eye, and say that just like your puny so-called destroyer Beerus, neither of you will be strong enough to walk off my world in one piece, because you will both be already too far deep within my stomach to be doing so. And so now
still trying to eat my niggas.
I have seen many who are just as rebellious as the two of you come and go, and no matter how hard they've tried to change the outcome of their destinies, Grizzlor continues, for just as hard as they were shown trying was exactly how hard they were all shown falling. As I am going to ensure you both that there will be no tomorrow for either of you who dare to step foot and touch
he did it again.
Universe the way you did.
Damn.
As I will go and continue
trying to get them boys CTE, bro. Oh my god. One-way trip, bro. CTE, bro. Oh my god. All aboard. The back of the temple. Oh my god.
To which even now as Grizzlor was shown continuously going as far as to smash both Goku and Vegeta's skulls continuously over and over again against one another.
That's some damn eggs, bro. God dang. They back in base?
Now, and just where in the world did this sudden but yet extremely massive battle power just come from? This sudden surge of power appears to be coming from this Saiyan Broly as well. Yes, and unlike the powers that Goku and Vegeta went on to display, Broly's power here feels nearly identical to that of a God of Destruction's power through its sheer destructive force. And while it feels extremely unstable and, dare I even say, very loose with how it appears to be overflowing, perhaps there was something far more to this Saiyan warrior than Lord Grizzlor cared to even realize, Jinray continues, which could essentially end
they all failed to realize
in the long run if this situation isn't handled accordingly. And while I don't believe that those two over there are going to be strong enough to use their recently discovered ultra levels to best Lord Grizzlor, who is vastly more experienced than them in battle, now I can't help but wonder if there is something far more to this Broly than what we already know about him, Jinray says, especially while possessing such freakish levels of power that I can now begin to sense dwelling from deep within him, which almost reminds me of that of a ticking time bomb just ready to explode. And while he is not known for being directly trained under a god, Jinray continues, and I can't help but wonder on how deep this so-called power of Broly's goes if he somehow manages to re-engage. For it's quite fascinating if I just so happen to say so myself, and I will need to go and pay very
he really trying to eat my niggas.
One over there, just in case he were to unleash this power that I'm sensing that's
Grizzlor use bite. He really trying to eat them boys. Vegeta! Not the forearm.
Having to lunge his head back before having to bite into Vegeta was when
this nigga trying to eat.
And now you will suffer, for this is my world, Saiyans, for I am Lord Grizzlor, ruler of the mighty and unbeatable Universe 17. And while my power grows, so does my appetite for more tasty food. So with that said, now give me your flesh, Saiyan.
No, nigga, I do not consent.
Vegeta, don't let him go and try to tear right through you like this. And so just hang in there, because I'm trying to go and get to you, but I can't.
I said size 22. Nah, size 52.
So now don't let him go and do this to you, Vegeta. Just
be quiet, bro. That nigga foot bigger than your torso, man.
We have to go and try to find a way to win if it's the last thing that we do. What do you think that I'm trying to do, Kakarot? He's too strong, and I can't get him to let go of me, you bastard. Let go of my arm, you lunatic.
Nah, he want that.
I am not a piece of meat just sitting around on your menu, and so now let go of me right now. Oh, he's not moving, and at this rate, he's going to tear my arm completely off the bone, Kakarot.
Yes.
I'll never let go of you, Saiyan. But then, it was only just now from
hell no.
The gigantic burst of energy now shown having to emanate from behind Grizzlor was when Goku then went on to chime in. Whoa, and just what in the world is that? And what in energy? Wait, oh no, not like this. It's Broly. He's completely
crashing out.
Control out there, and unless he can remember as to who we are and what we're going up against here, then this entire situation has just gone from bad to
you gonna bite my goddamn shoulder?
Especially now
my juicy tender meat?
gone berserk out there with no end in sight.
No diddy.
What was that just now,
This nigga really still numbing.
Having to then chime in. But of course, for I knew that this was going to be the case involving that other Saiyan, and there it is. And as I knew that this would eventually happen, but I wasn't expecting for it to come so soon, and more notably, for it to actually come from a mortal who wasn't trained by either Lord Beerus or my brother Whis, but
and thank God.
now with the mortal's intent
Y'all be in trouble.
focused on challenging Lord Grizzlor once more, Jinray continues. This this should make for a rather very interesting showcase nevertheless, as it is very rare for Lord Grizzlord to ever find himself in a situation quite like this one that he is currently in. But
Put them hands up.
that with such an unstable and unrefined power such as the one that Broly is currently displaying, will it simply go as far as to be enough to make a difference in this contest, especially while Lord Grizzlord has yet to really try out there, Jinrei says. But it was only just upon with Grizzlord slowly being shown having to turn his head in questioning as to what was approaching was when Grizzlord then went on to question,
Mink.
wait a minute, so what's that unusually massive surge of power that I sense rapidly approaching towards my direct? But then it was
Broly, nigga.
from out of nowhere with full-powered Super Saiyan Broly.
That's what that
His
is.
arrival onto the scene by punching Grizzlord in the face was when Goku went to quickly shout, Vegeta, we've got to be careful because we can't assume that Broly is able to remember who we are or even which side he is currently fighting on, and so we've got to try and keep him at bay here just in case. Well, at least he managed to knock that overgrown behemoth off of me before he was able to do any more damage.
Nah, dead ass.
But maybe
Uh-oh.
was able
Why you
to
looking at my nigga like that?
you
Broly?
are able to remember who we are.
Broly?
Can't you, Vegeta questions?
Broly?
Right? So why
Bestie?
are you looking at me like that? Wait,
Oh
you're
shit.
kidding, right? I'm not your enemy here, you freaker. You've got to try to remember who you are, and so what are you about to do? To which, fortunately enough for Vegeta, before Broly even managed to actually make contact by swinging on down and attacking Vegeta, was when Goku then went as far as to use instant transmission in getting Vegeta out.
Oh,
of
shit.
Jinrei then having to chime back in. Very interesting. So the Beast is unable to tell the difference between friend and foe, while also allowing for this power of his
Unfortunately.
to dictate the course of his actions. How very fascinating, Jinrei says. To which, fortunately enough for Vegeta, with Goku then shown quickly having to make the save before Broly was able to do anything to Vegeta, was when Goku then went on to quickly respond, I got you, Vegeta. That was a close one, but now that Broly's completely lost his mind out
Hey,
there,
stand
we are
back.
left with many other options in being able to do anything on our own to de-escalate the overall situation, but even now we have to hurry and act fast before something happens to Broly, with Vegeta responding, what the? Oh, damn it. We've went and lost all control of the entire situation out there, Kakarot. Because with Broly now using that berserker form of his, he can't tell the difference between who is friend and who is foe. So
Unfortunately.
we have to go in there and knock him out or try to calm him down, otherwise he'll destroy us both within the process. Listen, I know that it may not be ideal here, Goku quickly responds, but I think that you and I both know on what it is that you and I are going to have to do here, and so we are left with no other choice, Vegeta, as Grizzlord then went on to respond,
Hey, refuse it!
Well. And
Uh-oh.
I thought that I'd be feasting upon a
Ooh.
nicely cooked meal by the time I returned to where I had
Ooh,
left
we
you.
fusing to
But I
ooh, we
guess I must have taken it a bit too easy on you
ooh.
when I nearly sent
Hold
you into
on, bro.
cold oblivion. And now that you've shown me that there's
Oh, Grizzlord, you don't even know you're in
actually
danger.
more to your power than I originally
Grizzlord, you about to see a real nigga pull up in a second, hopefully, and you about to have PTSD in a second.
thought there would be, Grizzlord
Hold on.
continues. You and I really aren't so different after all, now are we? Because now you have my attention, Saiyan. And so the bigger they are, the more I can eat, because as impressive as this monstrous
Hungry.
power of yours
Big back
is,
ass.
I can safely assure by having to just simply look you dead in your face and say that you don't scare me one bit more. As I just love it when my prey attempts to try and fight back, and so go ahead and show me what you're made of, big guy. To which upon
All right,
hearing
put my
Goku's
hands up
voice,
there.
now dead set in having to go after Grizzlord, as Goku continued to plead and having to speak with Vegeta, was when Goku then went on to continue, listen, we aren't left with many other options here, and because Broly allowed for his rage to take control, it's painfully clear to us both right now that Broly is no longer within the right state of mind to be considered an ally to us, and it's because he's out there with Lord Grizzlord all by himself. If we don't try to do something to try and calm him down or or stop him like you had mentioned, then Lord Grizzlor will either destroy Broly in the process, or Broly will just simply go and try to destroy us, since he doesn't appear to understand on who is friend and who is foe out there, Goku says. And so while it's clear to us both that we could go out there and try to engage against them separately while using our strongest levels of power, Goku continues, there is no guarantee that we'd be able to stop either of them, and since it's clear that we just can't handle that God of Destruction alone as we are, and while we still can't just bank on Broly being able to go and do this on his own either, since he hasn't been able to fully master and control his power, then we're going to have to do what we always did as a last resort in order to survive, with Vegeta responding, wait, now hold on for just a moment there. Surely you aren't suggesting what I think you're suggesting now, are you?
Put them fingers up.
You of all people should already know good and damn well on how I feel about that, and so you can just forget it.
You say that every goddamn time, and we still end up doing the damn thing. So look,
going to be suckering me into doing that stupid thing with you again. Well,
bet.
It's not like we have much of a choice here either, Vegeta, because think about it, Goku says. With this God of Destruction already being far stronger than any of the other destroyers that we faced, it's not like we'll manage to go and get very far against them as we currently are, and plus with Broly now completely going berserk out there, there is no guarantee that he will be able to remember on who we are or which side he is even on, Vegeta, and so, in order for us to further avoid on what you and I both know will happen out there, Goku continues, we are hereby left with no other choice than to go and do what it is that we have to do, Vegeta, as it
lock
was
in
only right then and there now, during that moment, where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of the resurrected fallen gods of destruction, the Universe 17 Saga, Manga Chapter number 5 special.
Goddamn big ass Pokemon. Look at this thing. Look at him, bro. Damn, bro. That nigga big as hell, bro. Oh. CTE, bro. Lord have mercy. Sheesh. Yeah. The crash out. He want to crash out. This nigga rich. I eat my nigga arm though. Look at this motherfucker, bro. Nibbling on my nigga arm. Look at him. We will not stand for this. Look at this, man. This heinous action, bro. We can't, bro. This nigga trying to eat my niggas, bro. We will not stand for this. We will not. Repeat. Grizzlor. We will not stand for this. Oh, we got a fuse though. But hey, I'm telling you, bro. You about to fight a real nigga. And then Broly about to have PTSD. Oh, man. Anyway, let's go.
As our story now continues, following the
back on here. Okay.
session involving both God of Destruction Beerus and Ultimate Beast Gohan,
Beerus fighting for his life right now.
And Whis having to look on, as with their final moments during this training session now begins to wind down.
Beerus fighting for his life right now, bro.
Quickly chime in. Well, in all my years, I never would have thought that I ever would come to see the day where this would ever go and happen to Lord Beerus, but I do suppose that this was what you've been hoping to come to see, and especially with Gohan's new Ultimate Beast transformation, which is truly remarkable, Whis continues, for his power has surged to
dog walking Beerus right now.
That I never would have thought would have been possible for him to go and reach. And as I do also believe that, judging based from what I can see take place out there, that Gohan now may in fact actually be far stronger than Lord Beerus now.
Get that out of my face, bro.
This entire situation of Valko, and more importantly, does Lord Beerus have what it takes to survive this and evolve in response to Gohan's newly discovered and unlocked evolution? And the reason why I ask is because if he doesn't, then I'm afraid that Gohan is going to overtake him as time continues to wind on down, with Ivaco responding, the Saiyan mortal Gohan's new Ultimate Beast form represents the peak of what a hybrid like him can achieve by merging together the very nature of what makes him so unique by comparison to his pure
and Goten, Trunks, the fuck. The fuck. It's like all that shit they said about Gohan, bro. You could say the same thing, I guess, for Goten and Trunks, bro. But they keep writing them niggas as gag characters, bro. Please, Toei, Totaru, Shueisha, please stop the BS, please, bro. Please.
Pure blood counterparts. As this
Them boys lock in for a second, bro. For once.
Of his heritage, creating a force that is both powerful and incredibly potent, as his power now indeed appears to be above that of a destroyer. And with Lord Beerus going as far as to sense this immense power, and for him to now experience it for himself, Ivaco continues, has only now went as far as to push him into a flight or fight mode, as this moment will be extremely crucial in determining whether he will evolve to meet this challenge in this Ultimate Beast
You better have them hands up.
or if he will simply go as far as to crumble under the pressure of falling short to match it, but it'll only be a matter of time now before we can tell. As Whis went on to then continue, interesting, and with the amount of time that they both have remaining out there, do you think that it'll still be possible for Lord Beerus to reach his true potential and survive until the very end? Or
He
will
better.
either Gohan finish Lord Beerus off before he could go and do so, or at least run him down until time expires, with the Valko responding, unless he wishes to reach his former glory and recapture the title that Lord Beerus once held, then he will have no other choice than to push himself even harder. But even while Lord Beerus faces one of the greatest challenges of his existence against the mortal Gohan, I can also start to feel a shift within his spirit, which is a sign that something is awakening deep within him. But if Beerus fails to rise to the occasion and overcome the Saiyan of Valko continues, then he will never find the inner strength that he once had to ever become the destroyer that he is hoping to become. And while the God of Destruction had made his choice to not keep up with the training needed to remain where he once was, if Lord Beerus does not find a similar resolve that the mortal had used in order to fully break through, then he will be utterly obliterated as a result of his failure. As Beerus was then shown crashing on down and having to slide near the lava,
Damn.
Whis responding, well, I don't doubt Lord Beerus' ability to overcome such a surprising yet extremely difficult challenge that is placed right down in front of him.
Beerus, get up!
To his training in a very long time before asking me to go and train him again, and I have no doubt in my mind that Lord Beerus could still go and do this. As Beerus went on to then sit on up, I then quickly responding, oh, and just how in the world could things possibly end up turning out to be like this? First it was Reno, and now Goku's son. Oh, this is just embarrassing to watch, because how could I, the one
Goku's son,
considered to be one of the strongest gods of destruction among them all, ultimately wind up in being reduced to this?
Hey, go look in the mirror, fam. Look in the mirror, fam.
Think about it, Beerus continues, but I cannot allow for this to be the limit of my potential, especially not against a mortal such as the one whose father and I still have a score to settle. And with the former gods revived, I must not let myself fall behind in having any of those destroyers overshadow me again. You know, I never in my wildest dreams would have ever had expected for a scenario like this.
Look at Gohan.
I was the one who was in control in a battle against you to have take place, Gohan responds.
No, dead ass though.
Maybe now you could understand and see the nature of what my potential is for yourself when I say that everything that my father had ever spoken about me was
Look at this
true.
nigga, bro.
And
That
all
Gohan
was
stand
ever
on
needed
business.
In order for me to reach such a level was nothing more than a push. But how about you, Lord Beerus? Because if I was able to evolve, then why can't you, Ultimate Beast Gohan questions? Because if there was something that you were able to see come from deep inside of me, then why is it that you aren't able to evolve as well? For that shouldn't be the case, because out of everyone that I know, Gohan continues, surely I would figure that Universe 7's God of Destruction would be able to do the same, and so what is stopping you, Lord Beerus? Because if it's not fear that's holding you back, then what is it? Is it doubt that's troubling you? Trauma? Because whatever is pulling
Trauma,
you down,
doubt.
you've got to go and let go. As
Let
Beerus
go.
went on to then
I hear him trying to coast this nigga, bro.
Oh, don't you dare go and try to lecture me.
I him
on who
fucking-
it is that
you know what I'm
I am,
saying?
along with what you think I need to go and do in order to advance myself in this battle against you, Saiyan. Because although you may in fact be the strongest living mortal that I have ever seen and experienced in battle before, which includes Goku and Vegeta, that does not ultimately mean that just because you are, that I'm going to allow for you to go and break me, mortal. For there is much more to me that you are yet to be made aware of, but I'll ensure that you go and find that out for yourself sooner rather than later, Gohan. And so now bring it on!
Put them hands up.
Upon Beerus now being shown firing multiple energy blasts at Ultimate Beast Gohan, with Gohan being shown deflecting them, was when Beerus then went on to continue. Go on now, let's just see what you can do now that you've ascended beyond what your father and Vegeta were able to achieve. Because if you think for 1 second that I'm going to yield before you, then
Bend the
you have
knee.
another thing coming, because a Destroyer God's wrath is unlike any other, and that includes tolerating the tough toughest of challenges in order to get to where we want to be. But it was only despite with Beerus' best efforts in attempting to attack Gohan was when Gohan had gone as far as to dodge Beerus' attack by then responding, and that is exactly why you are struggling to regain control against me after dropping me the first few times that you did, Lord Beerus. Because whatever seems to be eating away at you from within is now starting to cloud your ability to fight, Gohan continues. And so whether it's because you are losing to me in battle,
Not
or
Gohan.
it was due to your loss against Universe 13's God of Destruction, Lord Reno,
Give him the talk.
Take matters into account here and just let it go, Gohan says.
Let it go.
Because it was even you yourself that had once said without a balanced mind and a burning desire to become the pinnacle of what you can possibly be.
Trying to borrow TTE. Oh my god.
Warrior that you once were, Gohan went on to then knee Beerus in
Back in the
before
day.
throwing him back down. And I know that is not who you are at your very core, because just as much as you have helped push me, Gohan continues, I am going to hereby go and do the same until you have awakened the true nature of the destroyer that you wish to become again, Lord Beerus. And if anyone knows anything about letting yourself drift off into the void and neglect their training, it's me, Gohan continues.
True.
And that is because I was once there where you are now, Lord Beerus, but within those moments where I felt hopeless and alone, I only then remembered on all those whom I was fighting to protect, and if you don't have anything that you would deem to be worthy of fighting for, Gohan says, then at least you can try and find the resolve that is needed to fight for your own peace of mind. But then, it was only once again from out of nowhere, before Ultimate Beast Gohan even had the chance to finish his sentence, was where Angel of Aqua had gone as far as to throw his staff and hitting
That nigga
Gohan
saying
in the
good.
face
Stop all that
to
yapping, nigga.
tell him, once again, the two of you seem to not understand what it is that I say when I tell you to continue your battle until I have given you the orders to end your training on my command. And so until I've given you both the order to
Bro
stand
said, stop all
down
that
or
yapping.
to stop, you will continue to engage until the remaining time that you both have left is over. Ouch, gosh, that really hurt, you know, Gohan responds. You could have just at least warned me that you were going to hit
Look
me
at
with
that nigga,
thing,
bro.
so I'd know to simply
Look at him.
continue. I will go and give you no such warnings, mortal, Avaka went on to then point out by continuing. So just because you may have found your motive to evolve and transform doesn't mean that your God of Destruction has either. Now I will not warn either of you again. Do you understand me? Now resume. As Gohan went
Put
on
the
to
hands
calm
up.
down by then responding, well then if that's the case, then I'm going to leave it all up to this and hope that you'll respond in time with some sort of breakthrough, Lord Beerus. Because if my potential as being half Saiyan and half Earthling was able to guide me into coming this far, Gohan continues, then I can only imagine on where you'd be if you also try to do the same. And so, I just hope you know that I'm not going to hold back with this next attack either, and so I hope you understand, Lord Beerus. In which it was only just upon with Gohan now beginning to charge up for the special beam cannon was when Beerus then went on to say to himself,
Special beam?
This can't be the limits of what I have become throughout the years, especially for me to fall before a mortal warrior like this with no means of being able to fight back or do anything against him, for this is not something that I could just willingly go and blindly accept either.
Thank God.
I was once known as being a
Hey, thank God them other niggas not here, bro, cause they'll be laughing at this man. You look at this nigga getting beat by Immortal. Oh my God, they'll be, bro, laughing, cackling, hee and ha and all of that.
Whose very nature and reputation had commanded the respect of all those who shared a similar title to my own, and so I cannot allow for this to be on how it is that I will be remembered as a God of Destruction.
Them things to his forehead,
how was
bro.
I able to do it before? As perhaps Whis was right. To reclaim my title as being the strongest God, I must remember Whis' teachings on allowing for my heart and my body to remain tranquil, while my mind is ever only solely focused on absolute destruction, Beerus continues. But how can I master this ability when all I know is how to do the complete opposite of what it means to remain calm and stable? As perhaps this was maybe on why I was never able to master such a technique and allow for myself to grow in what Whis had been trying to teach me, as perhaps it was my own doubt that had led me into becoming who I am, just as I am like this. For Whis had always emphasized the importance of calmness and singular focus during battle, as I had often overlooked it because destruction was all that I knew, but now I must internalize his teachings and free myself of any and all distractions, or else I will end up losing myself within the voids of my
Not
own
a special beam
failure
point
forever.
fucking blank Gohan.
Hold on now, Ultimate Beast Gohan quickly went on to respond upon having to notice something. Could it really be happening? Because I'm sensing a massive shift beginning to take place from deep within Lord Beerus' spirit. Almost like he appears to be swelling with tremendous levels of heat that's stemming from his very core. Well, even now, if this is going to be the moment of truth, Lord Beerus, then I hope that you were able to make it count before I blast you.
You still blasting the nigga point blank?
And responding, no, Saiyan, for you will not be given the chance to succeed, because despite with you being an extremely prodigious warrior who I may have overlooked in my past once before, I will go and ensure you here and now that I will not be overlooking you or anyone else ever again, especially not while I still have so much left to prove to so many who doubted my ability to do so. To which it was only upon with Gohan nearly shown having to fire.
He really about to shoot that nigga point blank. Oh my god, Gohan.
To notice a sudden and massive change begin to take place as Whis went on to then quickly intervene. Now wait just a minute, this isn't anything that I have ever sensed coming from Lord Beerus before, even when he was within the prime of his godhood, and so this is quite surprising, as Gohan then went on to respond. Whoa, well would you look at that? What a sudden shift and enormous power that I'm sensing. Yes, that's it. That's the way, Lord Beerus. Now whatever you are feeling deep down within you that might be troubling you or causing you to stray away from your path, just remember to just simply let it go. As
let it go.
Quickly chime back in. Wait a second, could that really be what I think it is? Is it possible that Lord Beerus may have done what I've been hoping that he would be able to do for so many years now, Avako? Well, if anyone would know anything about what this is that we are sensed coming from Lord Beerus, Avako responds, then it's us, so it's possible. To which moments later, with Beerus now shown having to rise back up as a mysterious aura now begins to circulate around him, was when Beerus then went on to respond, I have grown very wary of sitting idly by and allowing for myself to become a doormat for others to walk all over me, whether they be mortals or destroyers, and so the
Ultra Instinct.
who I truly am, for there will be
Ultra
no more
Instinct.
no more games.
No more
It is
games.
time that I awaken my full potential and remind the entire multiverse on just why I am one of the most feared destroyers that has ever existed. But to do this, I must relax my soul and place my heart at ease, like Whis had once told me to do, because if I was able to use this power that even your father, who has currently mastered it, can go and use, then I know that I too can regain the focus that is needed to go and use it again myself. For I am Lord Beerus.
Yeah.
I am the very embodiment of both destruction and focus. And as long as I remain, I will never allow for anyone to ever smear my title as God ever again. And while I have grown complacent in allowing myself to be overshadowed once before, Beerus went on to then
the markings.
now I
We got some
rise and
markings.
show the cosmos on why I am the strongest god of destruction among them all, and to be what I was that I was always destined to become, and that is the best among the absolute best and the most
getting muscles?
respected and feared deity among them all. Yes, that's the way, and so now let's go and do on what it is that we came here to do. And since you're wide open, here goes then, Lord.
He did get muscles. Oh my god.
Now shown taking a swing,
And he just blocked it. Oh no.
Beerus then shown having to quickly and surprisingly grab onto Ultimate Beast Gohan's punch, was when Beerus then went on to respond, I'd go and slow it down and watch what it is that is coming out of your mouth, Saiyan, for you aren't the only one here who wields the ability to evolve themselves yourselves far beyond your previous limitations, and so that's
Uh-oh.
enough. For your words will only be able to get you so far at this point, because as strong as you are and as surprising as you may be when standing across from you from the battlefield, Gohan, I am in no such mood to be playing any more games around here, and now that you and
nigga
I
locked
are
in.
at our absolute pinnacle of where we would possibly...
That's a nigga that's not to be fucked with. Yeah, they in trouble. They in trouble.
Want to be, let us go and now find out and seeing on just which one of us has the mightier power. With Gohan,
I think we all know who that's gonna be.
much bigger than how it was.
They got muscles, bro. He got them gains.
Ago, and so now we're talking. So then, got any cool new names for this freaky looking form of yours, or what, Lord Beerus? With Gohan shown backing up with Beerus responding, I'm not someone who is too fancy on names, but since my resolve appears to have merged together the very nature of my destructive power combined with the already pre-existing knowledge that I had of Ultra Instincts, you can just go and refer to me now as
Ultra Beerus. I see you.
Responding, Ultra, huh? Well, at least you're not shy on giving yourself a pretty cool name then. Ultra Whis went on to then question, for even when Lord Beerus was shown to be in his prime, I never recalled him ever having to look like this, which could only mean that he's done it. He was finally able to be shown sustaining himself and combining the lessons that I have taught him since being assigned to him, but is it possible that Lord Beerus could be far stronger than even how he was shown being within his prime? As Ivalco then went on to respond, he is, because this now is his prime, and with both the
new prime, you feel me?
The apex of their power. They have less than 55 minutes remaining until they can leave, and so now we will watch as they will demonstrate these powers firsthand. As we clap by responding, well, this is just unbelievable. Well done, Lord Beerus. Well done indeed. And while I never would have expected for the outcome of your evolution to turn out to be like this, I couldn't be any happier to now see you go beyond as to where you
I'm proud,
once were,
teacher.
as well as even managing to go far beyond your prime as well. I wouldn't go and celebrate just yet, Angel of Aqua went on to then quickly chime back in. For now, we will have to wait and see on if they have what it takes to survive and endure the last minutes of their training sessions, to which upon both Ultra Beerus and Ultimate Beast Gohan now
Lock in.
powering up was when Gohan then went on to respond, well, now that you and I were fully able to go the distance in finding a way to evolve ourselves and having us both come this far, I want to now go and see on which one of our evolutions is truly the strongest, and in order for that to happen, we'll need to go and push ourselves to the very edges of our limits to do it, and so I'm ready, Lord Beerus. Because
Bruh, if they're about to destroy their universe, you know what I'm saying, before this shit, now? Bruh.
Because now that I have ascended into a level that allows for me to not only compete against gods, but best them with how I was able to be shown besting you a few moments ago, I just want you to go and know that it's been an honor, Lord Beerus, and so I'm ready. But in case you aren't sure, then I just also want to go and remind you that I hope that you fight with everything that you have and don't hold anything back against me, because I just want you to know personally that I won't be shown having to do so here against you either myself.
You better not, nigga.
And now that I'm dead set on having to do this, are you ready? With Beerus responding, as the era of my complacency is now far
Look at that
behind me
nigga
as we
though.
prepare for our final
Giga Chad Beerus,
confrontation
Lord have
here,
mercy.
I just want you to know that I promise to push this ultimate beast form of yours to the absolute extremes, because not only do I also wish to know on which one of our evolutions is truly the mightiest, but I also vow that I will never again neglect my training after this, for this battle here will be a testament to our true strength in finding out on just which one of us is truly the strongest. And while I now understand on what it was that was hindering my growth by preventing me in seeing the bigger picture, I no longer have any doubts within my mind that I am the stronger warrior between us, Gohan.
Hey, I believe you, fam.
Father and the others are off dealing with some of the other destroyers elsewhere, I can assure you here and now that I will not be holding anything back against you until
Big ass furry mother. Look at this big swole furry ass nigga, bro.
Yabba!
Damn.
Gods of Destruction, the Universe 17 Saga, Manga Chapter number 6 special,
They about to go
then comes to a
crazy.
close.
Well, actually, I'll go ahead.
They about to go crazy, bruh. Look at that shit, bruh. I like the markings too, bruh. Nice little touch. Oh man, they in trouble. They in trouble. Grizzlord, pull up, big nigga. Go pull up now. Go to Universe 7 right now. Go pull up. Ooh, the power of destruction at Ultra Instinct. Love to see it. You love to see it. Ultra Beerus, man. Oh man. Hey, my boy Vegeta got not Vegeta. Vegito got competition. Oh man. Now imagine this nigga had this shit against Vegito. Oh my god, they would have they would have went crazy. Yeah, oh my god, I see. That shit look tough. I love it. That shit look hard. I ain't gonna lie to you, that shit look hard. Tough, bro. Swole ass nigga, bro. Swole ass pooty cat. Yeah, Gohan, I ain't gonna lie to you. Gohan, look, you up there. All them other god destructions, besides what? Ligor and Tigron, you got it. You got it. This Beerus, you're not beating this Beerus. I'm gonna tell you right now, big dog. Gohan, I love you, but you not beating this nigga. This nah. You're not doing. He got destruction and Ultra Instinct. GG. GG. But anyway, thank you for watching. Oh my god, see this type of shit. Hey, lucky I'm not rich, cause I will like, hey Alex, let's animate this motherfucker. Matter of fact, let's animate all these motherfuckers. You're lucky I'm not rich. But anyway, love y'all. Thanks for watching, man. This shit was crazy. I cannot wait to see that next episode. Oh my god. But anyway, I'll see you on the next one, bro. Before I start yapping. Peace.